That's the way to go, and that one's coming up in just a moment. But let's start off with a little bit of fun. Let's start off when we go to picnics and when we go to the beach and we go to the park and we want to take all of our fun stuff, our food and our drinks and our, you know, our sports equipment with us. How do you do it? Do you do it in your arms and everybody has to carry something? Fieldsmith has a better way. This is the nylon mesh folding garden wagon with the liner. So yes, it can be your workhorse or it can be your plaything, however you decide to have it. Let me share this with you because there's so many features in this wagon. You do have a removable liner that's easy to clean, right? You can just wipe it down or hose it down. Collapsible design that opens in seconds. It folds for easy storage into your car, your trunk, your back seats, your garage, your closet, whatever. And it's durable, it's long lasting, it's got a steel frame design, those big huge wheels on it, and all you have to do is decide whether you want it in blue, orange, or green. And Carrie Mobley is joining us to give us all the details. Carrie, I turned my head for 1 second and you folded up.
When you said seconds, you weren't joking. So this is how it's gonna come to you. And by the way, this utility wagon is really lightweight. It's less than 20 pounds, so it's really easy to manage. And to set it up, you simply unhook it. We've got a clasp on each side. And let me just show you how amazing this is. Okay. First of all, it's a great steel frame, so it's really heavy duty. This is a wagon that we had last year as well, so it's significantly bigger than any wagon that we've had on HSN. But we made some upgrades to it, and let me tell you what they are. First of all, great fun colors. But this liner in here, which is completely removable, makes messy jobs an easy cleanup. I love this. Look at this. So genuinely, you can just rinse it out with a hose. You can wipe it down. And so if you have something, let's say, like wet. Like it's ice. Completely waterproof. So I actually used mine exactly this way when my 13-year-old had his birthday party and we had like 30 13-year-old kids at my house. Oh my gosh. I filled it with ice and loaded it up and turned it into basically a portable cooler. So I love the fact that we have this liner because you can use it for stuff like that. Cool. Now, because of the same features that we had last time, we can also push or pull, which might not seem like a big deal, but if you're trying to navigate around things, it's really nice to be able to have that direction going forward, but you can also pull it.
Okay, nice.
My wagons have this great padded handle on it, and I love it because since this can hold 100 pounds, and if you're gonna put all that weight on your hands, you might be surprised how uncomfortable some of those other wagons are. But this one with this great padded handle, I'm telling you what, it is something pretty spectacular. And let me show you again how easy this setup and breakdown is. Two little clasps. And one of my favorite things that I'm so glad that we kept, it stands up on its own. You can see that down here, these bottom wheels turn themselves kind of into a little platform. So let's say you go to the grocery store and you are unloading your groceries, and now when you fold it up, it can stand up on its own. So you don't have to worry about, you know, bending over to pick it up. Well, remember, it's only, you know, 18.5 pounds, so it's not like it's that heavy anyway.
That's great.
But let's just take care of our bodies, you know? So, let's just take care of it.
I love that they thought of everything. And even when you are not using it and you do want to fold it up and store it, you don't have to make room, like you don't have to have a third driveway in your garage in order to make room for it. You can fold it up and just pop it right there in the back seat or the trunk or what have you. That's what you were talking about, just kind of everyday use. Because sometimes we look at these and we think only when we're doing bigger jobs or when we're going out to play, but it can be for anything.
I think the grocery store is a great example of this. Now, I know you probably know this. I have 4 boys, so when I go to the grocery store, it's like an event, okay? And I have to take several trips going in and out and in and out until I got this utility wagon. And I pull it out of the back of my gigantic SUV, because that's what you need to fit 4 boys. And I just pop it open. because a lot of times I do it when the boys are at school, just because I don't want to deal with them at the grocery store.
Oh, right.
So I can load everything in here. It's got these great big wheels, so it can go over any terrain. It just goes right into my kitchen because it's narrow enough to fit through my front door with no problem. So I'll just wheel it in, and it's one stop. Think about those who live in an apartment building or in a condo, and all of the trips they have to make when they're bringing things. Pop one of these in your trunk, and you will be amazed at how often you're using it.
I used to, you know, when I lived in Washington, D.C., I was in school, and when I went to the store, I could only buy as much as I could actually physically carry, which was one bag in each hand and then one bag, like, on a backpack on my back. And that was it. And which, you know, meant I didn't have a whole lot of food all the time. But what's great about this is that now you can take or purchase or what have you, however much your wagon can carry. It's not all up to you being the strong one with brute strength. This can hold up to 100 pounds. So whether it is the groceries, whether it is when you're going to the big box stores, maybe it is going to be when you are doing your work around the home, whether it's with the pool or the garden, which I will tell you, just the gardening, just the fertilizer alone is so heavy, let alone everything else.
And no doubt about it, and messy and sloppy. So because it's got this great liner in it, not only do I use it to transport all of my gardening products, like if I get back from the big box store and I have like 10 boxes or 10 bags of mulch, I just dump it all in here and it can carry it no problem. So when I finally get where I'm going in my garden and I take everything out, I take my weeds, I weed and dump the weeds into here, knowing that I don't have to worry about it ruining my pretty, beautiful wagon, which, by the way, how cool are these colors?
I
I love them too. And you know, I have the orange one. I am thinking to myself, I wish that I had gotten one of every color.
They're cool.
They fold, and you know, listen, if you think about how tightly they compact, it's a matter of inches.
That's right.
So you can put this in your trunk and not have to worry about it taking up like prime real estate in your trunk. It really is super, super easy to set up and break down and folds down so small. So again, in the garden, you can push or pull. You know, the handle goes up and down. It's got a great padded handle. And so I use mine for gardening almost as much as I use it for the beach. Okay, for the pool.
I mean, look at this.
Because you would think with 4 boys, I got all kinds of helpers. No.
No.
Okay, we get to the beach and they're like beeline for the water. And I'm like, excuse me, can you please carry something?
You're the one still at the trunk and they're already having fun.
And it's so unfair. I always thought that is just not fair.
Well, I always say the person who is the one who's in charge of everything is the one who's having the least fun. Like, so when the kids or the family says, let's go to the beach, let's go to the park, all you're thinking is, oh my gosh, it's going to be such a hassle,
work.
Now so it doesn't have to be.
One trip. And you know what? Because we have these nice big wheels on it, which again, this is one of the upgrades that we made to our wagon. This nice big wheel makes it easy to go over sand. And before, it wasn't as easy. I mean, you could take our other ones in the sand, but these wheels have been specifically designed so that you can go over all different kinds of terrain. So you take one trip, put everything in here, and then you just wheel it. And now guess what? I get to have fun too. So I'm the one running to the beach. I'm like, I'll see you guys, I'm out of here. And
imagine that. You actually get to participate without having to do all of the work. You're not walking through dropping things, losing things, because that's not gonna happen. The wagon is not gonna drop anything. The wagon's not gonna lose anything. If you put it in there, it will carry it, it will roll it right where you're going to be. And it's just about ease and simplicity. And in this case, all of the upgrades that you're seeing here, it's all based off of your feedback. It's all based off of, well, we really love it, but if I could, you know, if I had it my way, I would have those wheels bigger. Guess what? You got bigger wheels. If I had it my way, I would have the wagon bigger. Guess what? It's a bigger wagon. I love the push-pull aspect. Everything of this, everything about this
well thought.
is so well thought out. And you would think it should cost more, but it doesn't. Matter of fact, today it's a spring price. So we've got it for you on FlexPay for $26.65 in orange, green, or blue. And it does. It is literally your second and third and maybe even fourth pair of hands.
Oh my gosh. And you know, one of the things that I was thinking about when we were talking about the beach, there is nothing more disgusting than sand being all over your everything. With this great liner that, remember, it is completely removable. I can just pull it out. Now all the sand is in here, right? And once I get everything taken and put into the car, I can even just shake it out. And all of the sand is now left at the beach where it belongs.
Yeah.
And I can just easily slide this right back in here again.
Yeah.
I gotta tell you, I'm really impressed with the modifications and the changes they made. Like you said, it seems as if they have been listening all along. And I'm one of these people, again, with 4 boys, we're always at baseball games. I am constantly loading up my wagon. Mine, I gotta tell you, has taken such a beating, but never ever once has this great steel frame, this sturdy, I mean, this is like unbeatable material here, you know? And again, we've got a little flip on each side that you just lift up, and it collapses kind of like an accordion. And now you'll see over here, the way it snaps and stays is we have a little clasp right there, and it stays up by itself if I can get those bad boys. So now, you know, I don't even have to hold on to it.
So
I can, you know, be loading stuff into my car, and I don't have to bend over and lift up anything. At 18.5 pounds, it's very lightweight, it's easy to manage, but it holds 100 pounds.
This is great.
So fill it up, guys. You can fill it up with anything. It's spring cleaning time. It's gardening time. It's soon gonna be, it's gonna be pool time.
It's gonna be.
Oh my gosh, it's gonna be beach time.
Oh, I know. And this is the time to really go ahead and pick yours up and get ready, because it's not about, you know, oh, I'm going to the beach tomorrow. Oh, I wish I had that now. No. Order it today. You'll have it in about a week or so, and then you can get used to it. And probably the first thing that you're gonna do is you might try it out. You might start to put some of your gardening supplies in there. You might, you know, just like Carrie, you might have to go to those baseball games and soccer tournaments, which are all day. You might be the parent in charge of bringing the orange slices and bringing the food and the drinks for the kids that time. And now it's just gonna be less of a hassle for you. That's one less thing you have to think about and you have to worry about. And when the way Field and Stream has, I'm sorry, the way Fieldsmith has created this, you have something that is just simple and easy. All you're doing is decide whether you want it in orange and green or in blue.
What's your favorite color?
I like the blue.
Do you?
I do.
Like that. I like blue too.
Yeah.
I think other than the one that I have, I think my favorite is the green.
It's
It's such a pretty green. You know, it's like that neon. It's got a pop of